Hey real estate nerds, this is Alex Yoder with Pro Tip Tuesday, my favorite day of the week. And today I want to talk about pets. Once again, I want to talk about pets. The reason that I'm talking about this today is that I actually just read an article right here that says, and I quote, "Home buying pet parents pass on their dream home if it does not work for Fido." People who are buying homes will pass on their dream home if Fido isn't happy. Now think about it from a renter's standpoint. If they go to rent a home and it's a no pet property, they're not going to ever get rid of Fido to rent your home. And what I'm blown away by is the number of people who advertise and lease their properties as a no pet property. And actually we have a couple that we manage right now, one of which has been on the market for like 73 days as of Monday of this past week because they refuse to accept animals. And the problem is that they're viewing it from an emotional standpoint, right? They're viewing it from I was burned in the past by a pet and I will never do that again standpoint, as opposed to leaning on the experts and letting us give them advice on the average difference of damage versus the average difference of lost rent. And the reality is that in any market, but particularly in this market, where we are now hitting an environment where it's a tenant market, not a landlord market, where we are really needing tenants versus us fighting tenants off like last year, this is not the time. Hear me, this is the point of this video right now. This is not the time to be creating any barriers for securing tenants in your homes. If you do, your home will sit empty. Your home will sit empty. Now you may get lucky. You may get a person who hates pets or doesn't have pets and is grateful that you don't accept pets. But that is the exception, not the rule. And we based all these decisions on statistical averages, not on lucky fortune, and rolled the dice from there. So my advice would be, if I've not already beaten this dead horse, would be you need to be a pet-friendly landlord if you want to rent your property out in a reasonable amount of time. Otherwise, you will likely lose a bunch of money on lost rent, particularly in this housing market, this rental market that has cooled down a lot from last year because of the amount of inventory that we have as a result, in my opinion, of sales dropping because of interest rates. A lot of accidental landlords out there, a lot of people who don't want to or who can't sell their homes, and now they're forced to become landlords, and so that adds to the inventory, which means that you need to try even harder to get tenants in your properties to pay what you need them to pay to cover your bills. So that's my advice. Accept pets in your rentals. We'll see you next week.